up, everyone? My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading, and welcome to the Wheelhouse. So I hope everybody's having a good week. I hope that you guys got a chance to watch my video Monday and my video Tuesday, you know, showing that we are in a trend, a new trend, an uptrend. Okay, we've had a follow through day. I did put a warning in there because after I made that video at night, coming across the Bloomberg terminal was a lot of hawkish narrative about, you know, from Fed governors saying that we're not pivoting and we are, you know, staying focused and on track for our target rates of inflation and expect slower growth. And so I put that in there. However, you know, the way the market is it's kind of forward looking. Yes, it gets excited. We get excited, right? When we think that maybe, you know, they're going to become a little bit less hawkish and maybe just slow down a little bit on the tightening of monetary policy. And that's all it takes to create a spark. But momentum breeds momentum, right? And you know, sometimes that's all it is. Just like sometimes the market can sell off really extreme over, you know, a narrative that's being pushed on TV when you don't have an answer, such as OPEC, since it's a current topic. So, you know, people, you know, get nervous. How many barrels is OPEC going to cut? Is it going to be 1 million? Is it going to be 2 million? Are they going to help the U.S.? What are they going to do? And they get themselves so worked up, they start selling off equities, and then they get an answer on it, and they feel a little bit of relief because now they know what to do. They have a plan, you know, for whatever that decision is. Just like people have a plan if J-Pow goes 0.75 or if he goes 0.5. Just like people have a plan if the jobs numbers are high or they're low. You know, so markets are forward-looking is what I'm saying. And sometimes it only takes a little spark to rattle a market up or down. And, you know, even if it's a rumor that the Fed might pivot or slow down, it's enough to create a spark, and you get a follow-through day. And they start assessing it, and they're like, okay, it's 2 million barrels a day, which is really what they were already doing. They're just extending it back to November, which is about 7% cuts, which they can deal with. So now the greed sets in, and they're like, well, what do we play? Well, it's the stuff I told you to play the other day, like NRGU. I told you yesterday it was up $106 in 2 days since I made the alert. Well, it's up another $25.29. So it's up $131 a share in 3 sessions. Okay? Speaking of the alerts, if you come in the Discord, you get my free trade alerts. Now, it started Monday, and you're going to see this on Thursday. So you're only going to have 4 days left of free trade alerts. But the community is cool. The Jedi chat area is open. And I'm always accessible, helping people all day and night. And there's other really intelligent people in there helping as well. And, you know, don't worry. If you want the trade alerts, the courses, my technical indicators and chart settings and whatnot, and the one-on-one coaching, it's $99 a month. Just go in the Discord to the top left and hit subscribe, and you can choose. Hit me up though if you want to do the annual, because I'll give it, it's like half off. I'll give it to you, but I got to give you a code. Yeah, I just want to go through the market a little bit and keep you up to date, go through some stuff. And we're definitely going to talk about sushi every single day for, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, probably more than that, 10 videos. I've been saying sushi since $1.02. Even yesterday, I was really aggressive in the video about sushi. It went up to $1.28. I'm up 25% on it. These are big numbers. I've been saying DRV, you know. Where did I get that? $41, sold it at 46, bought it back at 41, it's at 64. Yeah, that's $23 gain per share. BTU, I was saying grab BTU, you know. I mean, it went up another 6, look at this, another 6% today. You know, we caught it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we got it over here at 20. It's at almost 28 bucks. That's $8 a share. in 5-6 days. So my alerts they're off the hook, and they're alone by themselves worth the subscription. And then the courses, you'll come out of there like you got a PhD in finance. And just the interaction with the group is so sick, so you'll love that. And tonight is Wednesday when I'm filming this, and every Wednesday we have live group trainings, and I have that open to the public. Tonight we're going to go through kind of like market recap. I'm gonna do just show some people a very simple trading strategy, since there's new people in there, of when to buy, when to know that you can hold, and when to know that you should sell. Okay, so if you're not in there, make sure you get in there so you get the free trade alert, and then next Wednesday I'll send out an announcement, and you can join that as well. Okay, so yeah, we're having a good week in the market. Now in the morning, well, actually last night, Tuesday night, when stuff was coming across the Bloomberg terminal, I had made alerts, and I said, hey, I'm really sorry everybody to make this alert, but the media cycle is going to be bearish tomorrow. You have a lot of Fed governors and presidents saying that they are going to stay on track with their target inflation goal, and the rhetoric is going to be bearish. And get ready for that. Set your stops, and just know that it could be like that. However, you also need to know that when you start a bullish pivot and you get a follow-through day, not only should you be cautious, but you should also ride it and feel confident. And that's what I teach you with my indicator settings and my trading style. Momentum breeds momentum. So as an example, if you're on the daily over here, and this is now blue, and your cloud is blue, and you have your triangles, and everything syncs up over here like it did, you know to buy it here. That's why I know to buy it. And then I run it up, okay? And if you sell when this goes red, well, you would have sold on this candle. So you went down on one candle, but you went up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days. There are red days inside of the hike and a sheet, but it takes a flow, an average, and shows you the momentum. Although the wick on the top and the wick on the bottom are the closing and opening prices with hike and a sheet. Okay, and so this morning, again, I want to say Wednesday morning, because I film them a day before you see them. I had let everybody know that I didn't say panic sell. I didn't say sell everything. I said, I did the same thing I do every day. Here's some notable mentions for the morning. Here's some that are flying up really good. I let everybody know, hopefully putting them at ease. Have your plan. My plan is I'm going to be holding certain things. I know that when this goes blue and all this happens and you're on the daily, that it's going to go up and down. But I also know that it's going to go up more on that stock or that crypto, okay? Because the trend is your friend, and the indicators don't just crumble. And traders, institutions, big prop firms, these guys on a trading desk, they have their way of doing it too, and it all comes down to trend and momentum and inflows, outflows, things like this. And certain things drive that, like sentiment and catalysts and whatnot. So if you're staying in, when it goes blue, and you're basically getting out when it goes red, there's a couple in here, it told you to sell here, it went down. Well, you avoided that, and the reason it avoids that and you do sell is because it could go down a lot further. So it's putting you on notice before it goes down. No, you're okay. A few days later, buy back in. Whoop, tells you to get out right here. Why? Because it can go down a lot further. It puts you on notice so you don't lose a bunch of money. Not too bad. A few days later, it comes back. Boom, you buy it. I mean, that's okay to do that. And that keeps you in the game. So when these are blue, and this is blue, and everything is lined up, we don't want to panic. We don't want to worry about it. What we want to do is have a plan. And I've been talking about this in every video. You want to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, your plan is to fail. You have to decide who you are. Are you a buy and hold investor? If you are, and you don't like a lot of risk, and you don't want to look at your portfolio, and you just want to hodl, well, the June double bottom lows on these indexes is a phenomenal price point with a lot of value for you to accumulate for your hodl portfolio. I've been doing it. I bought more Adobe, Nike, more Microsoft. I bought a whole bunch of stuff the other day. I got FedEx I added more of. I added a bunch of stuff that I wanted and that I already had. I got 3 new positions, I think, and I added to like 3 more as well, and that's just today. Because I have a hodl portfolio with a long time horizon. And just like Chamath had said in his interview, the people that invest right now in these low bear market numbers, even if it goes a little bit lower, the people that invest at this time in this zone and have a long time horizon of 3, 5, or even 10 years are going to have had one of the best investments of their entire life. You buy a house, you get a decent deal on it. It's not the top of the market, not the bottom, decent deal. And you sell, you know, maybe not at the top, a little bit after it goes down, you still made money. Good investment. I'm not talking about good investment. I'm talking about an insane, phenomenal, change your life type of investment. Did you know that the biggest wealth transfers in the history of the world have taken place with more people buying at the bottom of the recessions when the most fear is and waiting and holding? This is where Warren Buffett's famous quote comes from: buy when there's blood in the streets. Okay? So if you go and you look at all my alerts, every single one of them have been pristine. Every single one of them, 100% have hit. Now, did they hit that day? Maybe not. But they all hit, and it's because I get it in early. So when I see this blue and I see it on Bitcoin, and I start making videos, and I start saying right here, way back here, right here, way back here, I say buy, it's gonna go, and it does, and then it comes down and it goes sideways, but it stays blue, and it stays sideways, and it stays blue, so we stay in, and boom, off we go. The thing keeps you in, right? And so we're a little early. Just like McDonald's. I made a video. I said something's going on with McDonald's. I could see it in the chart. Plus it does good in recessions. Very next day, what comes out? McDonald's accepting Bitcoin. A few videos back, I say something's going on with Twitter. You know, price action over the 200. 3 days later, Elon Musk buys Twitters. You don't think there's insider buying? I know how to spot the volume and the momentum. That's why I can see it. I don't know the news. I'm not an insider, but I know that there's action going on, that there's buying going on in the charts, okay? And there's 100 examples of that in all my videos, okay? And so, you know, all of my trade alerts are going up. And, you know, the indexes were a little red. My portfolio is in the green again. And I do have hedges in there, which were good in the morning. And I mainly have longs, which could have been bad if we go into a downtrend. And then I got to wait more hedges. However, it didn't turn out that way. And I didn't panic sell. And I knew why, because I know who I am. And I have my HODL portfolio, and I'm in the trend. And the trend might be short term, guys. Okay? This is what I want to explain. So let's just look at the Dow. Okay? This is a pivot from here to here. Okay? This is the June bottom low. We've been going through it every day. It came up to right here where a trend reversal would have been, signifying that we're actually coming out of a bear market. No, it got rejected, and also rejected right on the geometry of the descending pattern. Okay? And also right on the fib circle geometry. Maybe the Fed had something to do with that. You think they don't know technical analysis at the Fed? Come on. Okay, so it's a pivot. So we run it up. We either take profit or understand there's going to be pain. You know, I teach you in the group how to swing trade, how to day trade. So, you know, I took a lot of profit, and I was making videos. I was really saying over and over and over, I really think that we're going to you know, have this, you know, a bounce off this June bottom low, which is also 2 bull runs ago, the peak of COVID over here, okay? And basically all the indexes did it, except the SPY came a little bit below, and the Dow really messed with me because the Dow cut through it. But it bounced up the next day, and it landed with a doji on the line. And then I made a video, said we need a follow-through day. And not only did it break through the June bottom low resistance, it made a double reverse breakout and broke through this pivot low as well. Okay, that catalyst came from a few things, but mainly a Fed pivot, okay? And if you notice behind, oh, you can't really see. We'll go look at another one. Anyways, we'll go show you stocks where this has turned blue, because when they come down at this angle and they go up that angle, that's when they tend to, you know, turn blue, and you should stay in. This one says it's just getting started. This one says it's just getting started. This one says it's just getting started. This one's not even showing that it's started. It's like just about to get there in like one more candle. So you got your green triangle. You're in a bullish pivot, okay? There is going to be volatility. There is going to be profit taking, okay? You have to believe in what you're doing. If you don't, get out of the market, or come up with a different way of doing it, or come in the Discord and let me coach you. I will tell you when to buy, when not to freak out and hold, and when to exit, okay? And I will also teach you how to do that so you can do it on your own. So no, I didn't freak out. I actually bought more at the bottoms of the intraday on Wednesday. I even took a picture of it and sent it into my group where the indexes were bottoming. And, you know, this doesn't have to be over. Now, this one was only 4 days. And I keep saying, I'll say it in today's video, it was in yesterday's video, it was in the day before. We will never know how long it will go. Typically, they'll come up to a resistance. Well, if it came all the way up here on the Dow, you're looking at a 600-point gain. So basically, the day that you had on Tuesday, that monster day, imagine about that much more gains in your portfolio. For me, that's like 100 grand, $100,000 day in gains. So you can measure it on your portfolio, but if I go from here to here, and it's about 600 points on the Dow, and the NASDAQ and the SPY and the Russell are doing good, that's a good chunk of change for me, okay? And it will be for you too, just depending on your portfolio size. So we're still in a bullish pivot. We're still in an uptrend. In fact, now we have a confirmed uptrend. Is there problems? Dude, there's a whole bunch of problems. A whole bunch of them. Are we out of the woods? Dorothy, we are not out of the woods, okay? I'm telling you, we're not out of the woods. We still got a long ways to go. I don't see this thing really ending until August, the end of August, beginning of September 2023. And that's why I was making all these videos about how in bear markets, there's only certain times during all the bear markets that there's this incredible double bottom where pension funds, institutions, you know, all these big buyers will come in and step in on the line, defend the line. The bulls will come in and fight the bears, and it will be on a line like this. And on the other indexes, we see that they did that, and they just let this one fall a little bit, which scared me, because I was making videos saying it makes sense for a value standpoint. Okay, you're getting a good price. It makes sense because it's double bottom technically. Okay, so it makes sense. And it also makes sense because if it starts to fall through there, we're in no man's land. We don't know how far we're really going. We only have other little supports from years back. So I was correct. I was early by a couple days. It happens. My indicators and the way I see things, I always am a little early. That's just part of it. I always get in and then I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then it always comes true of what I was thinking originally. So this is good. I don't know how long it'll go, but most likely it's going to come up to at least here. If it breaks through there, it comes through here. And of course you have to get through this descending, which we have not been able to do. And if you were to pass this yellow line, you're in a trend reversal, like a completely full-blown textbook trend reversal. Okay, confirmed uptrend. So I don't think we're going to go up there, but I had said in the video, I think we'll double bottom, and this line will kind of be a floor, and we'll kind of go boom, boom, hold the bottom, boom, boom, hold the bottom, boom, people are buying in lower, boom, hold the bottom, people buying lower, boom, hold the bottom, okay, until it breaks out. Just like I said on Bitcoin, the same thing, the descending. I had said, you know, it can go either way on a descending pattern, but it's, you know, after 11 months of this, from here to here, and the fact that it held this low and fought, and all the cryptos had a bottoming process, which I've been talking about every single day, and I've been telling you which ones were going to hit. Every single one of them hit. They didn't hit like little ones in the market at $2, $3. I'm talking, you know, some of them 120, 30 bucks. You know, some of them are, these are big winners that I'm picking, guys. What did I say yesterday? I said this was going to make a bigger candle when the daily candle closed, and it would be outside of the box. It's outside of the descending. It even retested it today, showing some weakness for sure. We'll have to see what happens tonight, but the fact that it's on the outside of the descending is really a big deal right now. We should be, that's a lot of progress. Didn't really get as much help throughout the night as I was hoping from the other you know, exchanges in Asia, Australia, and Europe. But you know, the news cycle does what the news cycle does, and at one point in the day, which happened to be when the U.S. markets were open, we took the torch and we ran with it. Although I will say Bitcoin was controlling everything, because all I had to do is watch Bitcoin on the minutes, and if a candle went up, all my stocks would go up a candle. All my cryptos would go up a candle. Some would go up more, and that's what algorithmic trading and high-frequency trading is. It's all based on human interaction. Somebody was trying to explain to me the other day, and he was completely wrong. He was like, he was basically trying to sell me the narrative that algorithmic trading, you know, creates the marketplace. No, it does not. Algorithmic trading basically triggers buys and sells in a high frequency cross asset based on human interaction. So if you put in 20 grand over here, the algos are going to pick up on that and buy there. Okay, it's going to follow the money, whether it's institution or retail, and it's going to react upon it. Okay, so yeah, algorithms are set, and when algorithms are set in the market with crypto and stocks, it's like a straight money hack for me. I know exactly how to play it once I can decipher the algorithm and exactly what it's connected to, because then I know. If I can watch one and watch it bottom, and I get my, you know, everything lines up on one, which everything's attached to Bitcoin, you know, I was able to buy all kinds of stuff, and they all rallied together. Dude, it's sick. So every once in a while they take them off, and it rattles my whole thing, and I got to like reassess really quick, and I got to fix things and take gains, and you know, they do that. But right now, today, it did it. So it was like game on. So everything worked with the indexes, okay? And indexes were going up. Momentum breeds momentum. We have the signs, and I just want to show you. Some stuff. So let's go look at some indexes first, okay? And I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just, you know, I'm just animated because it's a good day. This is a good thing, and I know that I can be bearish, but I also pivot with the pivot. When it's time to be bullish and long, I pivot too. I'm manic. I'm bearish when it's coming down. I'm bullish when it's coming up. I pivot with the market, okay? Emotionally and psychologically, but it's because I know, don't be all bullish here and all bearish here. I got people that are like, constantly spitting bearish at me, and I'm like, no, dude, it's time to be bullish, and I don't want to be a dick and say it to their face like, bro, I understand you're bearish, but like, This was time to be bearish. Now it's time to be bullish. Get your money in. For 1 year, by the way, it's my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. I got a notification. For 1 whole year, I have been explaining this to you guys. For 1 whole year. I got people asking me the same question over and over. I'm like, bro, it's in my courses. It's in my, I've explained it to you. I go in every YouTube video, I explain the pivots. I explain. When you pivot bullish, we're going up. We just don't know for how long, but we need to know, you know, how to get in, when to stay in, and when to exit, okay? So we looked at the Dow, okay? The Dow had, this is blue, it curved, okay? Green triangle, everything synced up, pivot point, double resistance break, looking good, okay? So you know, now that this is blue, especially if it breaks out, I know this might be hard for you to see, but it started going blue there. So if this blue one curls above that and breaks out from its own indicator and starts going upwards with the cloud and the price action, it's game on. Just like this one. See how it came down? You didn't know until it turned. And when it turned, it went up, okay? When it turned, it went up. When it turned, it went up. So it's turning right now, okay? Though every trade desk, every prop firm, every institution, everybody that knows how to trade, basically and relatively do it the same, okay? We use supports. We use resistances, okay? We have a million different ways that we look at things, from chart patterns on a thing, to fundamentals, to free cash flow, to ROE, is it efficient, to earnings per share growth, month over month, year over year, annual growth, you know, Tesla delivery. We look at all kinds of things, fundamentally and technically. We look at sentiment. We look at breaking news. We look at catalysts, okay? Well, I don't have to really look at any of it because I am a momentum-based, pivot-to-pivot, directional trader. So I identify the pivot, and the momentum shows up in the volume and my indicators, and I roll it up until we hit a pivot, which I know how to identify. Then I take my money, and then I go short. And then I identify the pivot on the right day, and then I take my money, and I go long. And then I identify the pivot, and I go short. Okay, and I do that on all my stocks and all my crypto if I'm swing trading. Now, I did start a HODL portfolio in September. What was September? The worst month of any September in how many freaking years? What do they say on TV? Since like 1930 or something? Don't quote me on that, but they said a long time. When it's bad like that and you're starting a HODL portfolio, could you pick a better month ever in the last 100 years to be buying the HODL portfolio? Not really, unless you're 125 years old or something. So for HODL and a double June bottom low on this blue line is key. You're getting value. Institutions are supposed to step in. They want to defend the line. They don't want it to break anymore. And then what happens? It's the 1st of October. Think about it. It's the 1st of October. It's a new quarter. How do funds and fund managers think? They think in quarterlies, right? Okay, and therefore we're looking. So September's the end of a quarter. So you know that October 1st is the beginning and money is going to come in because it's fresh on their books for a new quarter. They had a down quarter and now they get to try for a new quarter. So October 1st, in an oversold market on every freaking level, hitting a double bottom makes sense that people are going to put money in. And what do we do with the wheelhouse, guys? What do? We follow the money. If you follow the money, you can identify the momentum. If you can identify the momentum, you can see the pivot. If you can see the pivot, you can see the future. And if you can see that, then you always know where to be. Okay? This is why I was able to take $375,000 and turn it into well over $5 million. Well over 1,300%. This is why I made so much money in the bear market when every single channel and every single person was freaking out, not knowing what to do. I was over here just starting my YouTube And all these huge YouTubers were out there not even knowing what was going on till like January, except Tom Nash. I'll give Tom Nash credit. He was only 2 months behind me, but everybody else was way behind him. So we'll give him credit, and I respect that because he was one of the first people who was like, guys, this is just getting started. Guys, get out. He was smart about it. He was not on it like me, but he was better than everybody else. And, you know, like Meet Kevin. Everybody made fun of Meet Kevin for selling in December, January. Let me tell you something. That was the day that I got respect for Meet Kevin. Everybody was wrong. He was right. I had already been saying it for 3 months, since September. Guys, bubbling top. Guys, this is a revolver market. This is a shotgun market. We're coming into a trader's market. This is a topping pattern. This is distribution. This is Wyckoff. We got to get out. We got to get out. We got to get out. Unfortunately, I didn't have a big channel. Still don't really have a big channel. And, you know, but I know how to read this stuff. Okay? So what did I do? I made 400 grand right here. I sold all my longs that I had been going up in an entire bull market, and I put on triple leverages, hot and heavy, full throttle, balls on the table, hit it, quit it, and get it, baby. Boom, bam. Identified the pivot, sold them, took the dough. Told people we're going to rally. Boom, hit it, took the money. Did it again, boom. Did it again, boom. I know how to do these pivots, guys. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If 100% of my alerts have hit, 100%, go, they're documented. Go look at the alerts and go look at the date and then go look at the price action from that date to right now. Come in the Discord. I gave you 4 more days of free trade alerts. Come in there and look at it and look at the videos and tell me that there's not one that didn't go up from the time I made it. Because I buy them all. So I know that they're up. Guys, you have to understand how to play the game. If you don't know how to play the game, you cannot win. This is why when people say, just dollar cost average, just dollar cost average. Bullshit. You dollar cost average 9 out of 10 times. The one time you don't do it is from here all the way down. Do you want to be the guy that just puts gas in the tank and drives forward, puts gas in the tank and drives forward, puts gas in the tank and drives forward? Or do you want to be the guy that knows how to do a 3-point turn and pivot? Maybe put it in reverse, you know? Maybe speed it up with some leverage. Do you want to have some more tools in your tool belt? Do you want to see the future? Do you want to know how to go pivot to pivot directionally and swing it the right way and maximize your gains? Or do you want to just be the guy that puts gas in the tank and drives forward and keeps putting money in endlessly all the way down in the 1 out of 10 times you're not supposed to, and then ends up adding more shares and more tokens and more pressure to the downside and has bigger losses by the end and has no money and has to panic sell at the bottom? Because that's how the markets are set up. They're set up to get you. Just like this morning, Wednesday morning. Everybody's freaking out. And I'm like, nah, dude, stick to the plan. Bullish momentum, bullish pivot, stick to the plan. Have your hedges, but stick to the plan on your longs. Everything's cool. Do you not understand that every single day, every 4 hour, 1 hour, every 5 minute, there's going to be shakiness in the candles? It's the markets. How do markets work? Think about it. You have regions around the world. You have people in those regions. You have them on different apps, level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some are doing options. Some are doing stocks. Some are doing crypto. Some are doing futures. Some are doing treasuries, bonds. They're doing different assets, okay? Then they're using different indicators on different time frames. They have different news cycles coming out. They have a different way of looking at, you know, what they're more interested in. Some might be technology. Some might be pharmaceutical. You got a whole melting pot of different people with different indicators on different time frames all around the world. That's what creates the erraticness. The trend is your friend. And right now we're in a local uptrend. We're in a bullish pivot. You're going to get paid, or you're going to put gas in the tank all the way down and sell at the bottom. I feel like what is the point of doing a YouTube after a year if I've explained it 500 different ways and people still don't get it? I give away free trade alerts. People don't even say thank you. And I'm over here stacking 50, 100 grand a day on the same trade alerts. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you are your own worst enemy or something, you know? Just, I only got on YouTube to help you guys because these other guys they didn't know what the hell they were doing, you know? It was like watching the Truman Show. Like, they were learning as they were going and making mistakes. I remember one of the biggest YouTubers out there, and I'm sure he deleted these videos, but for about a week back in, like, February of 2021, when the market started crashing, which, by the way, the night before, I called my brother and said, tighten your stop, some shit's going to hit the fan. The next day, the whole market crashed for 4 months. Nobody got out but me. So this other guy, this huge YouTuber, was on his channel, you know, well over 1 million followers, and he was telling people, when the market drops, the best thing to do is use margin. Get in margin when the market drops. I was like, oh my God, dude. Well, I'm sure he felt that sting. It's like touching the oven with your fingers. You're going to get burned. You got to learn the lesson somehow. So then he came out with a whole bunch of videos and changed this narrative. It was like, no, don't do margin. Don't do margin when it's going down. Don't do margin when it's going down. He's a quick learner, you know, and that's good. So, look, but I already know all this stuff. I've been doing it for a long time. And this is what I do for a living. You know, I don't do it as a hobby. I do it as a living. I don't like go to a 9 to 5. I either own companies or I flip real estate, and I trade and I invest. That's what I do. And I was, you know, retired, and I essentially still am, but this is what I like to do. And I got on YouTube. I'm not making any money on YouTube. I'm not making money giving away my trade alerts. I'm not making any money or helping my family by being away from them for helping show you guys this stuff. But I'm doing it because I want to help, you know? So come in the Discord, get some free trade alerts, learn how to trade, learn how to invest, learn how to swing trade. Even if you're an advanced trader, you can learn something from me. And even if you're an advanced trader, I can learn something from you. You're the kind of people that I want in there. We can hang out. We can learn from each other. That's what it's all about, is learning and growing, guys. So, yeah, you know, it came in. They did defend the line. We are in a bullish pivot. We need to stay in, okay? The SPY is the same thing. The SPY is the same thing. We got a bullish pivot. Look, it went blue. Everything synced up there, just like I said a few videos back. Same thing here. Okay, there's your double bottom. There's the blue. There's the pivot. We get to move it a little bit. And look, everything synced. Okay, same thing. We can look at the Russell just real quick so you can see. Okay, comes down, up, shaky. We asked for a follow-through day. We got one. And we're on the rally. And this is not the daily. This is the 4 hour. Sorry. So, sorry. Double bottom, shaky. And we asked for a follow-through right there. And we got 2 of them. And if you notice, it went blue. Okay. What did I tell you about my charting technique? We have tuned up all the code a specific way. It helps me get in before other traders' confirmations. That's why I always can see things before they happen. That's why I could see Twitter 3 days prior. That's why I saw McDonald's before they released the information on Bitcoin. There's 100 different situations like that. If you just watch my videos all the way through and I call it out as I see it, and then it happens. And it pretty much always happens because the markets work in a specific way. They oscillate, okay? They oscillate, and then there's a trend that goes through it, okay? An idea of that might be something like, here, we're probably going to have to go find a stock or something. Let's see if we can just grab one really quickly. Here you go. Here's an oscillation. Okay, it goes blue, goes red. It goes blue, it 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 goes red. Those are the oscillations. The green one that keeps you in the whole time is the trend that it oscillates through. The reason that the candles are shaky, the reason for the oscillations have to do with sector rotations, sentiment, inflows, put-call ratios, has to do with all of it, but it also has to do with what they don't ever tell you about, which is the shakeout. Because all the hedge funds and all the institutions, they don't lose money. And retail normally is 25% of the market. Right now it's only 14%. So what they do is they all have their strategies and they all know how to oscillate a market a specific way and they all know how to shake you out because all of them are in a rat race to get what? Your money. It's supposed to be that way. It's rigged for you to lose your money if you panic sell at the bottom of an oscillation. You either learn to sell at the top of an oscillation or you hold through it on the whole trend. But you don't panic at the bottom and dollar cost average all the way from the top and be like these other guys that are like, buy this in 50 videos from 2020 and 2021 and it goes down 300% and you just keep dollar cost averaging and then you get to the bottom and then you sell it and say, I'm going to tax loss harvest. I'm sorry, that was just one of the 4 stocks he advised, you know, a ton of people to do, dollar cost averaging all the way down to the ground and then tax loss harvested from the bottom. Learn the pivots, learn the oscillations, learn how to do this the right way, and I will help you, okay? Now, at $1.02, I came out and I said, sushi, it's a bottoming process, okay? It's a bottoming process. It looks boring, but it's gone down 2,700%, then 2,500, now 2,300, now 2,000. Well, let's just back it up to the 4 hour. I said it at $1.02. It's at $1.28. That's 25% up in a very small amount of time. Look at it go. I called it here. I called it here. There's the number, 102. Did I call? Is that the bottom? I mean, did I call it at 102? Go look at the alerts. Go look at the video. And then what happens? And does it just happen to go blue right there and be by a support near double bottom wicks? Do we get a green triangle at 102 when I'm like making YouTubes and alerts? Yeah, we do. So we buy it. And yeah, we got to be patient because I get you in early. Sorry. But it always works out, you know, because this stuff is sick the way I have it. And so, boom, what happens? It goes green. I get another confirmation. I'm like, dude, it's about to hit. It's about to hit. And the market gets a little crazy, and there's all this stuff going on with FOMCs and Great British Pounds and, you know, all kinds of hectic stuff's going on. So it wiggles. It oscillates, right? There's uncertainty. But the indicators and everything says stay in, despite the oscillations. It stays in the trend. And then, boom, it syncs up again. I make another video. I'm like, dude, this thing is going to hit. It was at $1.07. It went from 102 to 107. I made a video about it, and I said, you guys, it's going to hit. And it goes from 107 to 128 today. Just like I saw Twitter coming. Just like I saw DRV coming. Although not a lot of people questioned me on DRV. They were hesitant at first, but then they saw how much money I was making, and then they all bought it. And then when it came down, they're like, oh, should I sell? Should I sell? I'm like, what is DRV? DRV is a bet, a triple leverage bet that real estate's going to come down. I'm willing to put 3 times the amount of money and bet that real estate's going to come down when you have the Fed saying they want to bring real estate down. And look what happens. Boom. If I told you how much money this is for me, you'd be like, dude, I could buy a freaking S550 coupe, brand new Mercedes. Like, DRV, I gave it to you. It's sick. BTU, energy crisis. It's coal. One of my biggest winners of the year. I got it from one of my students. He gave it to me. I think we ran this whole thing right here. Boom. Out. Okay. I think I ran this one and I ran this one. I don't know if I ran that one, but I know I ran this one and this big one. And then I just got back in. Dude, getting paid. NRGU up $130 in 3 days. I made a video on YouTube publicly for you guys on this. Saying was one of my guys that taught me, who is one of the most profitable traders, I think the most profitable trader in the entire history of the stock market, okay? One of the guys that I trade the most like and have learned a lot from, you know, put me up on this stock about in 2021 at some point, in 2021. And I've been on top of it ever since. And, you know, this guy took 11 grand and turned it to 42 million in 1 year. Okay? He's a straight savage. And the way I look at myself is I have 3 major mentors, okay? And all 3 of them are like the top tier, okay? And then the other 25% is me. I'm the hybrid, okay? But I use everything from William O'Neill, fundamentally. I'm a lot like Mark Minervini in a lot of ways. Not only do we both play drums, not only do we both love poker, we both love to trade, but we think a lot alike, okay? And then Dan Zanger is a straight savage, and I really vibe with Dan Zanger and how he does things from A to Z. And I'm very much like him, but I have a lot of Minervini, and I have a lot of O'Neill in me, and I have a lot of myself in me as well. Because, you know, as all the core is already set from world champions and, you know, guys that, you know, look at William O'Neill. There was 50 different tests against all these strategies, and he won year over year over year and beat the S&P by like 2,700% when everybody else was getting like 11 and 14%. Don't quote me on the numbers. It's on the back of his book. You can just read it. Yeah. So yeah, I know all that stuff, and believe me, if you were to follow, you know, Buffett, or you were to follow, I mean, there's a ton of them. I've read every one of them. I got an entire closet full of just so many books in there. They're all really good, but William O'Neill is like my dude. Like, it's my Bible, you know, and Minervini tuned it up, and Zanger is your straight savage with the big momentum trades, you know, and then me, I just dialed in all my charts because I think like them, and you want to think like them because they're some of the most either profitable traders in the world, or two-time world champions, or created the best system that has ever been known and most profitable. So yeah, you get all that from me, you know, that's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn from those guys that I, you know, study and I understand very, very well, you know. And then, you know, of course, you know, we work with some coders, and we tighten up our stuff. We've kind of modernized it a little bit, and it's like super sick. So, I mean, if that's not worth 99 bucks to you, or you don't have 99 bucks, get out of the market. Unsubscribe. You got to be on this channel because you want to learn. And I'm giving you a chance to learn everything for 99 bucks, or learn for free because I'm in the Discord every single day talking all day and all night with people for free, giving and helping people out. And, you know, looking at charts and stuff like that, and whatever they need, DMs and stuff. And I opened up the Jedi chat for everybody. I'm doing the Wheelhouse Wednesday group training for everybody publicly. Okay, for free. I'm doing the trade alerts for free. So either you're on this channel and you're this far in the video and you're scratching your head and you're just going to lose money and be that guy that puts gas in the tank all the way down and only can drive forward, or you're going to be a savage rooftop ninja killer that slays Sith Lords and gets money on a smash and grab hunt from the pivot to the pivot, baby. Which one are you? I know who I'm at. I know who I am. I'm here to get it. I'm here to get paid. And I'm here to make smart, intelligent moves based on these oscillations and the way the market moves and acts and reacts. So yeah, like this one up $130 in 3 sessions. Okay, I added ERX. Now I have BTU and NRGU for the energy play. I added ERX. FAS is a triple leverage. Now, FAS is a bet that financials are going to come down. There's a lot of financial stress. FAS has been doing really good. We picked it up over here, and it's been going up this whole time. But look at FAS, okay? This actually goes into like way higher. But just right here alone was $678, guys, and it's $25 right now. Yesterday, I showed you a 10-bagger on my video. A 10-bagger that you could go snap up. I hook you up. If you just listen and you follow along and you ask questions, dude, I will hook you up. I will literally help you make a lot of money. I will show you how to do it so you can see it, and then you can make your own decisions of what you want to do. I'll show you how to do it. You just come in the Discord, okay? Now, I picked up Nike. Why did I pick up Nike? Everybody was talking shit on Nike for a whole week. Yeah, they were doing that on Apple. They were doing that on Nike. They were doing that on FedEx. They were doing it on Adobe. I bought all of them. I'll tell you why. Because I'm a pivot to pivot, momentum-based directional swing trader, right? I also identify the pivot for the hodl. So yeah, this thing got tore back. Boom! Oh, well, Chris, that doesn't look like a pivot. I mean, this is still red. You're right. But I like to come in early and check it out on the 1 hour. I called it out as an alert. Where did I call it out? Right here at the green triangle. Wait, it has never even gone lower than that, Chris, where the green triangle is. That's the lowest candle you could have ever got it on. Yeah, I know. Kind of sick, right? So all of them are like that, and that's why I'm going up so much every day, and I'm not selling when we're in a bullish pivot until it says we're getting out. And then I'm going to make a decision if I'm getting out or if I'm going to let it come down, lose my gains, and add more, because it's a conviction situation. So you have to decide who you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you a hodler? Are you a day trader? It's okay. I teach you all of them. I do all three. I do all three. I day trade all day Bitcoin. All day, long and short, all day. And right now I bought some other ones. I always do Tesla and Bitcoin, but I have NVIDIA, Visa, and Microsoft as well, long, and I'll show you why. Look at Visa on the daily. It just went blue and everything synced. So I bought it in the prop firm and I'm just holding it. Okay? Now, look at NVIDIA on the daily. You can see right here. It's blue, it's rounding, and everything synced. It's got a follow-through day. I'm just holding it. Okay? You see? Pattern recognition. Sick. Okay, let's find you Microsoft. Probably get Microsoft. On the daily, show you. Okay? On a support that I called out in the alerts, which was right here. Okay? I told you to buy it below the alert that it was gaining steam, because I went back on the 1 hour and I saw it down here. And I made an alert. And if you would have done that on a double bottom where these wicks were, like I did, you're getting paid, guys. Okay, I did it on Apple, Adobe, all of them. And I'll show you why. It's the same thing on every one that I'm doing. And they're all paying out because I'm not dollar cost averaging, adding gas to the tank and only going forward. I'm waiting for the pivot, I'm changing direction, and I'm not driving into the eye of the storm and the hurricane. I'm avoiding it, cracking my soda, putting my arm out, and the tornado's behind me, and I'm just over here just, you know, got the music turned up because I'm pivoting. I did a 3-point turn. I avoided the damage. Okay? I'm trying to show you how to avoid the damage, establish the bottom where it is, identify that pivot, and run it. Okay? That's what we're doing here at the Wheelhouse. We're here to teach you. I'm going to do this regardless. I don't need the YouTube, and I don't need the money. I don't need the stress, to be honest. I just want to help people, and all I want is for people to be grateful for, that they're learning. Like, at least tell me, dude, I learned something. Most people that are in there are like, bro, you're a wizard. Like, dude, thank you for this. But some people just don't say anything, and it's like, what the hell, bro? Like, say something, So, look, Microsoft, it's blue, it all crossed, it's on a support, it found its low, we bought it, and yeah, I bought it for myself and my hodl there, and I bought it in the prop firm too. So, yeah, I mean, all these ones I've been making alerts on are crushing the game. Look at Asana. I've been calling out Asana every day on the video since way back here. I said, look, none of this was here, none of this was here. I said, it's a bottoming process, guys, it's a bottoming process. I mean, who are you going to trust? You're going to trust all these other guys that couldn't spot a top until they were already down 30% of their portfolio? Or are you going to trust the guy that was calling the top before it even fell? And then the guy that's calling the bottom before it goes up? Which one are you going to trust? The guy that just wants to make content and bullshit you? Or the guy that knows how the game really works? So I told you to buy it here, and I did. And then it went green. Then we have our oscillations, we stay in the trend, and everything fires off here, I make another video. Everything fires off here, I make another video. Back it up to the 1 hour. Who loves you, baby? Asana, guys. Matic, screaming from the rooftops for a month on Matic. Screaming for you. Guys, gotta get Matic, it's 70 cents. Guys, something's going to pop at 70 cents right here. Wait, is this Matic? Oh, sorry, right here. Oh, yeah, sorry. Right here. Establishes, boom, 71 cents, okay, is my buy price, okay? Right on this wick is 0.709, so 71 cents. And that's where I bought it. Literally, touch, green triangle, alert. It goes. It kind of comes down. Oh, that sucks. But then this goes blue, and I'm like, guys, you know, I make alerts, I make videos. I'm like, it's going to run. Every single day I get on, I said, it's going to run. It's going to run. It's going to run. It's going to run. Yeah, all the FOMC, the Great British Band, all this shit's going on. It's going to run. It's going to run. Guys, we're approaching a breakout. Guys, we had a breakout. It's going to run. Guys, big candle. It's at 85 cents now, guys. And it's still going to go. Matic. Okay? Antero Resources. I have made over 300% this year alone on Antero Resources myself with the money that was invested in this, okay, in total accumulation and gains, okay? This thing, me, not Bloomberg, not anybody identified this. It was me that identified this a long time ago to a lot of people, and I was the one that identified that we were in a huge cup and handle, okay, which started here in July of 2018, okay, and it broke out, the handle broke out here in February 22. A 3-year cup and handle. Nobody identified this. Nobody even started talking about it until over a year after we owned it. And they still are barely talking about it. But the guys that watch my channel, that are in my Discord religiously, they know that I found Antero Resources. And look at this thing. Got beaten to hell. And it made the big cup. And I got this on the weekly just so you can see it. And from here, look at, there's my green dots. This went green. Okay, everything synced up, didn't it? Look at this. Okay, so from right here at $1.23, it's $33 right now. And I still think this thing is going to 60, 57.02, maybe even to 68. Antero Resources. Chainlink. Screaming from the rooftops, guys. Chainlink is so sick. So sick. Like, if you look into Chainlink, you're talking blue chip, Microsoft. Like, this is the low, guys. $5.40, $5.30, whatever. I said buy it here. Okay? And then this went blue, and then this went green, and there's the oscillation. And I keep saying, hold, hold, hold. Chainlink's going to rock. Chainlink's going to rock. Let's go look at again today. Boom! On the 1 hour, approaching a breakout. Not only did I put it on YouTube 5 times, but I also made like 15 alerts about it. Chainlink. Okay. PayPal, guys. PayPal is ready. If you grow marijuana, do you harvest your marijuana when you first start seeing the little white hairs? Hell no, you don't, because you need to take it the distance and then pluck it when it's ready to go. You're harvesting money off of these charts. That's what you're doing, man. Okay? This just went blue. We're on the daily. It's PayPal. It's beaten to hell. Look at this. This thing was at 309. It hit a low, which was a triple bottom low right here at 67.38, okay? So it hits the low over here, and then it does all this and establishes this floor like I keep, you know, having on my charts here, which does not cut this low, and it bounces off, and I bought it when this happened, and it started going up on the first candle. Told everybody, made alerts, made a YouTube, and now this is blue, and PayPal is going to run. Visa is going to run. CrowdStrike is going to run. Airbnb is, we don't know yet, but it's getting close. But if you look at it and you listen to yesterday's video, what did I say? Airbnb at 110 is a no-brainer. Airbnb is a good price. Airbnb is going to be good up the road. That's a good investment. And if you look at the 1 hour, boom, looking good. So yeah, Airbnb, totally cool. Adobe. Everybody's like, oh, Adobe got wrecked. Yeah, Adobe got wrecked. That's what opportunity smells like, guys. I mean, this thing was over here at 702. This thing right now is 297. And where did I get mine? It's like 280 or some shit? Like, yeah, 273. I think I got mine over in here. Just a little higher, like 275 or 281 or something. Like, this thing went blue. It was right when this thing bounced and it went blue. So 277. And I only bought like 25 shares then. I wish I bought the whole thing. I bought 75 more today. So I averaged up. But guys, we're at 297 and this thing was 700 bucks, dude. How many times does 300 go into 700? Well, it goes, it's like, you know, 300 plus 300 is 600, okay? Now that's 100%. And then you got more, like another 25%. So it's like 125% back up just to the top. Doesn't mean it's going to stop there. This is just, you know, where the lows are. If you go back to the financial recession, and you're like, oh, it started in 07, got real bad in 08, went down in 09, went down in, you know, but in 09, it hit the bottom. And then 09, 10, 11 to 12 got you back to even. And 13 and 14 and 15 were kind of like decelerated flat earnings, but still started a bull market. So even though it went from 2008 to 2012 or 13, actually, that whole time, that whole 5 years of just from where it dropped to where it got back to even, it was 2009 where the bottoms happened and you rode that whole thing up for 3 years before it got to even. And then it went on for another, well, I think it's like 11 years total, wasn't it? So 2000, basically 2009 minus 2021, okay? So you're looking at 11 years. And that's an 11-year bull run if you know how to identify it. When I'm saying bottoming process, double bottom, institutions are going to jump in, and all this stuff is happening, and every one of them goes up, and I'm putting my money in, and I'm a wealthy investor that's retired, like, what the hell, guys? Like, Adobe, okay? Adobe, NVIDIA. I told you at $125. How do you not buy NVIDIA at $125? That was like 2 videos ago. It's $132 NVIDIA. And just to make you feel a little bit better, it's blue. And everything's synced up. McDonald's. McDonald's has come up too a little bit right here. Okay? It had a day in the middle that was strange right in here. But yeah, I saw right here, boom, and it's coming up. So that's a good one. Apple, I mean, I told you 142.14 was a sick buy point, which is right here. And I made alerts down here when it started creeping back up, and I saw this arrow, and it started creeping up, and this went blue. And I got my next shares under this thing. All my stuff's going up. All my stuff's going up because I can identify the pivot, and I also know when to get out, and I don't let... I'm not my worst enemy, like 99.9% of people are. They lose money. It's designed for you to lose money. I'm this guy out here trying to show you how to hold on to your money and not lose it. It's so easy to make money in the markets. It's ridiculously easy, actually. It's hard to hold on to your money. And that's what I want to show you how to do. I want to show you how to, like William O'Neill says, you got to get your little weeds out. You got to get your bad plants out, and you got to put your money in on your good plants and let your winners run. Don't keep putting bad money after bad. You know what he's saying when he says that? Don't dollar cost average. Don't keep adding money to a losing position. Don't put good money after bad. Instead, get rid of the bad and then take the rest and put it in your winners and let them flourish. And you know what? The dude is a kingpin, and the dude is right, and I'm teaching you the way. from the kingpin. You know what I mean? Like, you can't mess with O'Neil, you know? Okay, Microsoft, we already talked about. Home Depot, I brought it up. I mean, look at Home Depot. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your pivot. There's your triangle. Triple established floor. Blue HMA. Everything sync. I said buy it here. I said buy it here. And you know what? We were at about 271. And now you're at 289. So you're up $2,800 per 100 shares. And I put it out for free on YouTube for you too. I mean, guys, this is Home Depot, okay? This has a sick dividend yield that pays you. It's like a sick dividend yield. It was at 421. It is not going bankrupt. It's going to do really good from Hurricane Ian for materials and supplies. Plus, it just had a sick earnings. And you got a double bottom bullish pivot? Are you freaking kidding me? Home Depot. AMD, been following it for years. Love this company. Okay, I know a lot about it. It's got a huge resistance support point at 74. Rarely goes below 74. Has doubled over 5 years straight, actually. This thing was down here when I bought my last shares, which I made alerts on. Right down in here on this pivot. Boom, went blue. There's your green triangle. Here's my alert. Go into the alert section and check the date and the time. Okay? Go back and watch my videos. If you don't watch all my videos and you're not this far in the video, how are you going to learn? How are you going to win the game? How can you ever win the game if you don't know how the game is played? Don't you want somebody who understands the game to make sure you're protected, to make sure you're safe, to make sure that, you know, you can ask questions and be like, no. I already lost 100 grand trying that bullshit. Don't do that one. I mean, look, I lost $500,000 of my own money going through my own tuition, but I've been doing this a long time. I started in 2004. I got serious in 2014. I put myself through school for business, finance, and economics degrees. You know why I did that? Because we had a recession and I lost $10 million of my own money. I've been an entrepreneur, a successful CEO, a CIO. I've done a lot of things. I've invented things. I'm a successful type of person, and I think out of the box, as you can see with my charting style, and I'm early to markets. That's what my mom says. She goes, how do you always know before something becomes big and you're always knee-deep in it? That's just, you know, that's just who I am. And man, I'm telling you right now, like, I agree with Chamath, okay? You can listen to him. You don't have to listen to me. We're telling you the same thing. If you identify this zone that we're in for crypto and stocks, and you put money in and you're willing to hold, not trade it, not day trade it, not swing trade it, not do anything except hold, then you most likely, with a very high probability, historically, will have made one of the best investments of your entire life. The next best investment of your entire life is probably hooking up with somebody that can navigate you through these seas and make sure you steer around the tornadoes and the hurricanes. So come on to the Discord, get some free trade alerts, and attend Wheelhouse Wednesday group training. My name is Chris. Welcome to the Wheelhouse.